I call you here to brief you on some of the infrastructural development the present administration of Governor Bello Matole executed for the period of 3.5 years. I wanted not to join issues with some droning, prostrated opposition party members. But for record purposes, I want to put the record straight to debunk their rumors and propaganda that there is no any feasible project that the present administration of Bello Matole executed which cost 1 million naira. It's something it's so childish and serious, complete mental case. If somebody is physically and mentally fit, he doesn't have some psychiatric cases, I think he cannot just wake up overnight and say there was not any feasible project that Governor Bello Matole executed for a period of 3.5 years, worth 1 million naira. All this solar system mounted on the dual carriage. Is that not a feasible project somebody can see and say, yes, this thing a project has been executed? The present administration is on record, but vehicles, more than 300 vehicles, and distributed it to security agencies, including paramilitaries, which comprises of army, air force, civil defense, DSS, road safety, vigilante, fire service, NDLE, National Drugs Enforcement Agency, anti-thuggery, police, prison service, EFCC, ICPC, Zarota, and immigration, community protection guards. And if you value the cost of the present value, cost of one healer's vehicle, it's worth over 30 million naira. And somebody will just sit down in his wife's room or in Falo and start blackmailing governor, disparaging his name, that there is no any feasible project to write home about worth 1 million naira executed by the present administration. I call on the members of the opposition, so-called opposition party, to retrace their steps and also to fear God Almighty. Politics is not madness. Politics is not a character assassination. Politics is not issue. It's not you personalize issues. It's issue based. In a competitive market, you will now say, I'm ready to sell my product at the cost of 100 naira. And this person say, I want to sell it 80 naira. You advertise, publicize in a competitive market. So politics is about, or election is about contest. It's a competition. What do you have on the table? What are you going to do? What have you done? What do you intend to do? You rolled out your manifestos, your agendas for the electorate. Not for you just to sit down in your room and you'll be disparaging somebody, assassinating his character. You should do issue-based politics. In the history of Zamfara State, Governor Matole have made a history. In the history of Zamfara State politics, Sani Eriman Bakura, when he came into power in 1999, he established administrative policies and other infrastructure development from 1999 to 2007 with the meager resources. During Sani Eriman Bakura, he did some secretariat for the civil servant. He built houses across the 14 local government. He introduced a lot of projects that touch lives of the common man in the first state. Zapa. So he now laid a foundation for administrative policy and infrastructural development in the state. Well, when Mahmoud Ali Shinkafi also came into power, he continued where he stopped. At the same time, when Abdullahi came into power, he continued the foundation led by the former governor. And when the governor Matole came in, Abdullahi have wanted to construct international cargo airport. Mahmoud Ali wanted to construct international cargo airport in the same site, the now construction site of the international cargo airport. So government is a perpetual succession. It has continuity. And all these governors from 1999 to date were all in the same camp with them. Plus one by Shinkafi, plus former ministers, plus former ambassadors, plus commissioners, plus advisors, plus incumbency power, plus power at the top, and what plus power of God. And you still want to challenge us. I want to categorically state there is no vacancy in Zamfara State Government House, no vacancy in the State House Assembly, and no vacancy in our central districts and the Federal House of Representatives, Bureau constituencies. APC will win all the elections. I have said it in Bakura. I made one statement there. I have said, as a comrade, I say I have seen, we have conquered, and we have won. And on 25th February 2023, Bola Ahmad Tinubu and Kashi Shatima will be declared with the lawful majority board as duly elected president and vice president candidate of our great party, All Progressive Congress APC. And on 11 March 2023, Governor Bello Matole will be declared as the winner of the governorship election in 2023 with the lawful majority board as duly, he will be returned as duly elected governor. And he will continue to do good job he started. In summary, I will try to summarize. Governor have done a very wonderful job. With all sorts of security challenges, with all sorts of political turbulences, but he still managed to buy vehicle for our paramount traditional rulers. He bought vehicles for our caddies and justices of the State High Court. He bought vehicles for our judges at the Sharia Court. And he bought vehicles for our over 232 district heads and ambulances across the general hospitals. He constructed a road in Gidangoga, Tashin Road here, awarded many contracts which are yet to be executed, but the money were mobilized to the contractors. I see no reason why people are trying to incite members of the public against government. I see no reason why people who fabricate mischievously to disparage the hard name of our amiable governor just for political reasons. So I want to state clearly that for them to know implementary statement in the Nigerian laws is a crime. I want to state also to the politician and also social media's errats, some of them are errats, social media errats, also to stop propagating lies, to stop disparaging the hard name of people of integrity. So it is very unfortunate somebody will just sit down and say there's not any feasible project the governor has executed for the period of 3.5 years. Governor has sponsored students in Cyprus, in Sudan, in India, and spent over 800 million naira to pay for their scholarships abroad, the foreign student. So maybe one of the members of the opposition party, because his son was not successfully secured the seat during the preparatory exam, is jealous of that success the governor recorded. The governor also paid for Neko and Waik. He did a lot of things, irrespective of the security challenges, irrespective of the coronavirus hindrance, but he still go on to make sure that he did the little he can do. I want to call the attention of our people. During the past tenure of every governor is a learner, but in the second tenure, let me give you some instances. Lagos, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the project he executed from 1999 to 2007, that is what groomed him to be a presidential material, and that is why APC nominated him as a candidate of the party to plant the flag of the party in 5th February 2023. But Pashola took over for him. Pashola, in his second tenure, he performed wonderful. He did very well. Shekara in his second tenure, he did very well. Konkoso in second tenure, he did very well. Ganduja in second tenure, he did very well. Europa in first tenure, he performed very bad, but in the second tenure, he's the best in the whole northern Nigeria, even in the whole Nigeria. He's the best. Bafara did very well in the second tenure. So this is the instances I'm giving you. Shema did very well in the second tenure. Eradua did very well in the second tenure. So inshallah, we are expecting there's going to be a rapid development with the proposed 2023 budget. I have seen hope. I have seen a bright future for the good people of Zamfara State. I call on each and every one of you to visit his area registration center and obtain your PPC. Both for Matawale, you vote for peace. Both for Matawale, you vote for development. Both for Matawale, you vote for youth engagement in governance. So I'm telling you, even the appointment he gave to the youth is another marvelous and fantabulous appointment achievement the governor did to give employment to the youth. Is a very, very, very wonderful achievement in any government, because unemployment is another component of criminality and also component of insecurity. So I'm telling you, Governor Matawale has done a lot, and we have able reason to canvass vote for him and to tell people to vote for him for second term. Anybody fighting him is fighting him for sub-agenda, is fighting him for enmity, is fighting him for jealousy or abuse. So I want to tell you that come 25th February 2023 and 11 March 2023, victory is assured by the grace of God. So I want to tell you that Governor have did very well. Even before he become governor, we don't have very befitting office structure in the government house and the lodges for the visitors. Now, Governor have did all those structures and are functional. So I want to tell you that those who are not, are blindly discrediting him for the fear of God. I advise them to embrace the teachings, tradition, and the custom of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who will believe in God and last day of judgment, the other say what is good or remain silent." So if you cannot say what is good, you better close your dirty mouth. Because when we are going to play the joker, you'll be running, leaving your shoes behind. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Ga Mai Biredi TV, Mai Biredi TV, ga Mai Biredi TV, faɗakarwa nishaɗi, sai Mai Biredi TV.
Gagara gasa online TV, Mai Biredi TV, gidan TV mai faɗakarwa, tare da nishaɗantarwa.